Happy Thursday, second grade. Welcome back to writing. We are going to go ahead and get right started today with our writing. We are on day number 12 on Revise still. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what Herschel has taken us to step 6. We've learned about our narrative diaries. We have unpacked our assignment for it. We've gathered our evidence using our mentor text. Now we have written our draft of our beginning, middle, and end. So we are on that revision process so that we can become better, stronger writers. Please make sure as you are working with me today, you have your iReady writing book and you have a pencil. You need those two things. If you don't have your iReady writing book with you, make sure you have some paper or something to write on and follow along with. So our objectives today are I can analyze a mentor text for its use of adjectives and adverbs, and I can identify adjectives and adverbs. I can use adjectives and adverbs. So today we are going to learn all about those adjectives and adverbs and why they're important in our writing so that we can add them or identify why that helps a reader when we are giving the reader those added words. So please go ahead, and we are going to need to be on page number 118 today. So if you have your book, get to page 118 and you can pause it until you have gotten there. So I'm gonna go ahead and we can get started. So today we're gonna continue revising our narrative diary entry. As you revise, think about how to use adjectives and adverbs to make your details sharp and clear. So let's go ahead and let's read the instructions today so we can get started. So you can improve your diary by adding adjectives and adverbs. These can help you make descriptions clear and interesting. Adjectives often tell you how something looks, and adverbs often tell you how something acts. So adverbs also tell you when and where something happens. So what I like to think about is I know what a verb is, right? A verb is an action. A verb is something you do. So an adverb adds to your verb. It gives more about how something is acting because that's what you do, right? Adverbs add to your verb or your action. Adjectives tell you more about how something is looking. So adjectives give you details about maybe its color, maybe the size, or maybe if it's shiny or dull, it gives you more information about what it looks like. So let's go ahead and we're going to break it down a little bit farther today by reading adjectives tell about nouns right here in this box. So adjectives tell about nouns. The shark saw a shiny can. If I take out the word shiny, listen. The shark saw a can. As a reader, yeah, we understand no matter what they saw can. But to me, the word shiny is telling you more about the can because it gives you a picture. It tells you that it's bright and it's easy to spot. It tells you that maybe it's a new can because it's shiny. So it gives you a better picture in your brain as a reader that the shark saw a shiny can. Let's read the next one. The gigantic shark swallowed a fish. Oh, that sounds very scary rather than the shark swallowed a fish. Well, okay. The gigantic one makes me feel a little bit fearful because a giant shark eating a fish, I can imagine it just gobbling it down. So it helps me as a reader picture it happening. And then we have the shark swims in the blue ocean. Oh, to me that blue, it tells me a lot more. And it makes me picture it, right? Rather than just the ocean. The shark swims in the ocean. Well, cool. What does it look like? Where is it at? What's happening? But the shark swims in the blue ocean. I can draw that. I can see that happening. So it's important for us to add these adjectives. All right, let's go ahead and look at adverbs. Adverbs tell about the verbs. The shark raced quickly towards the seal. So the word quickly here is giving us more information about raced and how he did that. So the shark raced towards the seal. Okay, well, the shark raced quickly towards the seal. So I just imagine like you need some like music going on there, like so the shark is racing so quickly. All right, the next one. The shark wants to eat now. That tells you when, right? It tells you when you want to eat that food now, rather than the shark wants to eat. Yeah, it wants to eat, but how soon? When? So that word now is telling me, all right, he's going to go find that food right now. And it gives you a better idea. And now, lastly, we have the shark swam nearby the fish. Well, it tells me exactly where it is and what it's doing, where, right? Nearby is telling you where it swam. The shark swam by the fish, nearby the fish, right? Rather than just saying the shark swam, well, where? Nearby the fish. Well, now I could say the shark swam nearby the fish and the shark wants to eat now. Well, if it's right there, it's going to try and eat those fish. So it's really important that we add these adjectives and adverbs. So let's go ahead and see how Ken used the adjectives and adverbs in his diary. So right here, it says mentor text. I need some breakfast. I saw a big, meaty bug creeping slowly nearby, and I thought it would make a delicious meal. I'm going to read it without the adjectives and adverbs. I needed some breakfast. I saw a bug creeping nearby. I thought it would make a good meal. Yeah, it's a nice sentence and it's good writing, but is it clear without these words? Not really, because it gives you more of a feel that you are with the lizard, right? You can feel like you are that lizard, and gives you more of how it thinks and it feels and it's acting, and it makes you anticipate more and become more interested as a reader. So thinking aloud, the verb slowly tells how the bug was creeping. And the adjectives big and meaty help my readers picture the bug, right? So what kind of bug it was? It was big and meaty. And the adjective delicious describes how much I would like to eat it. So I hope that we were able to understand a little bit more about adjectives and adverbs today. So we're going to go ahead and turn to page 119 now to do some practice with these. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on page 119, guided practice. In this activity, you'll practice choosing adjectives and adverbs that best describe a character or an action. So we are going to go ahead and circle in this activity. It says to circle the adjective or adverb that adds the correct detail to each sentence. So we're going to read each sentence and look at some of the hints that they're giving us so that we can figure out what makes the most sense. I like to read them and then try each one. So let's try. The hungry lizard looked around the rocks for a bug. Or the large lizard looked around the rocks for a bug. Well, which adjective tells how the lizard is feeling? It definitely makes more sense for us, right? Because we know lizards like to eat bugs. It would make a lot more sense for us to say the hungry lizard looked around the rocks for a bug. We could call it just a large lizard, but it doesn't make sense why he's looking around for bugs. He's looking around for bugs because he's hungry. All right, let's look at the next one. The hawk screeched loudly in the sky. Or the hawk screeched bright in the sky. Well, a screech is a sound, right? So it doesn't make more sense to say bright. It makes more sense to pick loudly because I can picture that annoying screech in the sky right now. Ooh, man, I don't want to hear that. All right, let's go to number 3. The lizard stood fast and waited. Or the lizard stood still and waited. Well, if you're standing, are you standing fast or still? Definitely still, right? We're going to stand still and wait. The word waited gives a clue about how the lizard stood. All right, number 4. The lizard snapped at a nearby bug. Or the lizard snapped at the lizard snapped at a outside bug. Well, if it's snapping at it, it's going to be trying to eat it, right? So it needs to be nearby. It needs to be close to him. All right. The hungry lizard, last number 5, the hungry lizard eats the bug now. Or the hungry lizard eats the bug tomorrow. Well, if they're telling me that this lizard is hungry, he's going to eat it right now. He could eat it tomorrow, but that sounds like he's going to be an extremely hungry lizard tomorrow if he waits. All right. So awesome job helping me and working through to get these adjectives and adverbs. So I want you to quickly look at the word choices. Are these words adjectives or adverbs? I see hungry is describing how he's feeling. I see loudly is describing the screech, which is an action. I see stood is still, and that's describing action. Snapped nearby, how he snapped, right? That's an action. And then now is when he's eating, right? Now. So these are all describing the verbs. So we actually took a look at mostly adverbs today and how we can add details to the verbs that we're talking about and how they're eating and how they're walking and how they're screeching and making noises or splashing, right? So the actions they're doing, we're adding details using adverbs. So awesome job with me today. I hope this made sense and you were able to answer some of these before I got to them. Please make sure today for your writing time that you upload a picture of page 119 completed, or you're able to write down the correct word choice that we picked on a piece of paper, being able to show us that you understand adjectives and adverbs. So have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow for Friday.